Hola clase, this is Profe again with another quick notes video. This is for my Spanish 1 students who are working on distance learning week 4, Tarea número 4 in my Spanish 1 class. I am just going to go through the new information here. If you want old information, you can check out my videos about stem changing verbs or present tense verbs. But today we are going to focus on the future tense, el futuro. Okay, so right at the top here of page 2 in your distance learning week 4 Spanish 1 packet, you will see that we have some new information. Nueva información, el futuro, right here. All right, you can see that it says in Spanish we use a specific formula to talk about events that will happen in the future. This is called future tense. Okay, earlier in Spanish 1 you learned that the verb ir means to go. Ir means to go. And when we use the verb ir in the present tense, followed by a prepositional a, just the letter a, and an infinitive after that, we are saying that we are going to do something. You are going to do something means that something will happen. It has not happened yet, but it will happen. It is going to happen. Okay, so here's the formula. Really, really simple. And anytime you're having trouble, keep going back to this blue and yellow pairing here with the plus sign in the middle. If I want to say I'm going to, right up here at the top, yo voy a, yo voy a. I am going to, dot, dot, dot. We don't know what's coming after that because we don't have our infinitive just yet. But I'm going to focus on the yellow on the left side. Tú vas a, you are going to. Él or ella va a, he or she is going to. Nosotros vamos a, we are going to. We know that word vamos means we go. And down here, ellos, ellas van a, they are going to. Okay, notice how all of these have the conjugated form of the verb ir based on the subject. For yo is voy, for tú is vas, etc. And the prepositional a, the letter a, the letter a, right after that, voy a, vamos a, vas a, etc. That's part 1. And then with our little plus sign, we add part 2. We have our infinitive. Our infinitive is an unconjugated verb ending in AR, ER, or IR. Cool thing about this is that you do not have to conjugate your verb. You do not have to conjugate this infinitive, this part in blue. I will read some examples to you here. So in an example, it says, tomorrow I am going to do my homework. Notice how in the yellow, it says I am going. And then in the blue, it says to do my homework. Okay, so over here, when it says mañana yo voy a hacer mi tarea, you can see that the yellow, yo voy a, corresponds with the yellow over here, I am going. Now, in the blue, it says hacer mi tarea. Hacer means to do. Now, you see over here in the blue, it says to do my homework. Hacer is the infinitive here. It corresponds with this blue, and the yo voy a corresponds with this yellow. Okay, in an hour, we are going to cook dinner. In an hour, we are going to cook dinner, something that is going to happen in the future. It hasn't happened yet. Notice that we say in the yellow, we are going. And then in the blue, to cook dinner. To cook is the infinitive in English. Okay, let's see what it says in Spanish. En una hora, in an hour, en una hora, nosotros vamos a cocinar la cena. Notice, the yellow here, nosotros vamos a, corresponds to the yellow over here. We are going to. It also corresponds to the yellow up here in the conjugation box. Now, I don't need to conjugate the verb cocinar, which is in blue, because it is an infinitive. And if it's in blue, it's an infinitive. To cook, cocinar la cena. Okay? And then the last one here, in 5 years, she is going to be a lawyer. Right? She is going, again, is in the yellow. And it corresponds to the first part of the formula. And then to be is the infinitive in English, corresponds in blue to the infinitive up here in blue. En 5 años, ella va a ser una abogada. Ser meaning to be, that's the infinitive in blue. And ella va a is the beginning of the formula. He or she is going to. Okay? So really straightforward. This should be a plug and chug kind of activity. Right? Notice who is doing the action, give that the conjugation of the verb ir plus the letter a, and then find your infinitive, what the action is. There's lots of infinitives embedded all over the place in this and our notes in the file section of our Teams page. I'm going to scroll down now past some older notes to Tarea numero uno. Okay, fill in the box with the correct conjugations for the verb ir to talk about the future. What I'm looking for here is for you to take this box and make a connection with page 2. This box right here. They are one and the same. So I'm asking you to take this information here and plug it in, write it on your own, so you get good at writing it into this box here in Tarea numero uno. Okay? I'm going to go through 2 examples on Tarea numero 3 and 1 example for Tarea numero 4. Yes, Tarea numero 3. Oh, I have that written twice. Okay, so we're here on Tarea numero 3 on page 6. Página 6, page 6. Okay, each sentence has 1 error. Let's look for the errors and rewrite the sentence. Okay, so this first one says, Yo vas a caminar al parque mañana cuando mi mamá está trabajando. So we are only looking to make a correction on 1 word here. That word is going to be this one, vas, because we know yo and vas do not go together. We can scroll up to page 2 again. Yo goes along with voy. It does not go along with vas. So I need to change that to, I'm going to move it over here so y'all can see. I'm going to change that to yo. Oof, why is my, I need my, yo voy a caminar al parque. Okay, I am going to, right? This says you are going to, but we changed it to I am going to because yo is the subject and voy is our verb. Voy is our verb. Notice how we kept caminar together. Caminar is the infinitive. Okay, let's look at this one. Let's change the ending to this sentence. En la semana que viene, next week, nosotros vamos al café juntos. Okay, so we can't have, after the letter av, we can't have a conjugated verb. Vamos is an already conjugated verb. So in order to make a change on that, we need to make a text box here. And we need to say, in black writing, en la semana que viene, nosotros vamos a ir al café. And the reason I know this is because the verb ir is conjugated with the word vamos up here. Vamos a ir means we are going to go. We are going to go. Okay? If you're having more trouble with this, let me know and we can talk about it in person. I don't want my video to go on forever. All right, by quarantine resolutions. So we're all sitting at home right now and our lives are clearly different from what they once were. This could create some bad habits. Write 5 sentences in the future tense using the same formula as we started on Página 2, page 2. Using this same formula, to write sentences about changes that you would make for yourself as quarantine continues. So I wrote, en la semana que viene, yo voy a correr 3 veces, right here. I am going to run 3 times. You see how I have yo voy a, I am going to, and then I kept my infinitive solid. I did not conjugate that verb. En la semana que viene, yo voy a dormir temprano. I'm going to sleep early, okay? Mañana yo voy a comer una manzana instead of, you can borrow that phrase, Doritos, right? Eat healthier. Yo voy a comer. Comer is to eat. That is it is a non-conjugated verb. That is an infinitive, so you do not need to change it when you use voy a. Esta noche yo voy a leer en vez de mirar la tele. I am going to read. I need to read more. Okay, not as much watching TV. And then viernes yo voy a hacer todo mi trabajo de escuela. Again, notice hacer, leer, comer, dormir, correr all of these are infinitives that come after yo, voy, as, which should be pretty simple. Okay, thank you very much. If you have any more questions, please let me know, and I hope you enjoyed the video.